starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming true. Heavy shackles used to hold me
welcome
down.
to Handmade by Ditsy Tulip. I'm Mel and thank you for stopping by my channel. In today's video I'm going to share with you some slow sewing that I've been doing over the past week or two. So I'm quite time poor at the moment because on top of doing a full-time job, family, and obviously recording the videos and photos and everything else, I'm currently doing I'm studying as well on a course which is going to run up until about August time, so that's taking up some of my time that I would normally spend sewing. So I am still dressmaking, but I'm only working on one project at a time, but I absolutely need to craft every day because it's my thing that keeps me sane, it's my thing that stops me getting stressed out and things, so I do need to do some craft. So what I've been working on is just checking you can see, a hand embroidered collar. So I used to do quite a bit of hand embroidery and then I've not done quite so much of it for the past couple of years or so, or perhaps 18 months or so, and I really wanted to try my hand at that again because it's very slow. You can really take your time, spend a few minutes here and there, or spend half an hour to an hour on it, and I love that it's portable as well, so I can take it with me if I was going away, or take it with me at work to work on at lunchtime and things like that, and it doesn't take up hardly space, and it's super cheap as well because the embroidery threads don't cost very much at all and you don't need much equipment. So what I'll do is I'll just come up close and show you the embroidery in detail, and then I'll share with you a little bit about how I created the collar. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. So this is a Be Happy collar. So what it's got is a little bee there with the word happy embroidered. And then over here are some pretty flowers, so some roses and some heather and some leaves and things. So then together, they look really sweet. So it takes ages to do this. It isn't something that you're going to get finished in an hour. It does take quite a while to do, but it's certainly not difficult. So if you've not ever tried embroidery, then I'd definitely encourage you to give it a go. There's some really complicated stitches out there that you can use, but on this all I've used is satin stitch and stem stitch, which are really straightforward, to be honest. It's just a little bit like colouring in with thread, so you don't need to master all the really difficult stitches unless that's what you want to do. Then what I've also done, I've brought quite a few of these detachable collars in the past from the high street, mainly before I could sew, but then not got on with them very well because I'd find I'd be wearing it and it'll look absolutely fine, but then by the end of the night it's twisted all around here, or it's sunk down so you can see the top of your top that you're wearing underneath, so I've not really got on very well with them. So I was scratching my head thinking about, I'm making this myself, what can I do to fix that problem? And what I've done is not rocket science, but it works, so that's fine with me. I'll just come in and show you what I've done. So all I've done, hopefully you can see there, is I've added a little tab out of the fabric that I've stitched in place there. So there's one there and one there, and then I've threaded a paper clip through. So then what you can do is you can attach the paper clip to the neck edge of your top, and that secures it in place. So I'll just show you what I mean with the top. So I've got a blouse here, so all you do first of all is just find the centre point of the blouse and hold it in place, and then you're just going to clip the paper clips to the neck edge. So you can see it's now attached to the blouse, and I can pull and I can tug on that and it's not going to shift out of place, so it just keeps it nice and secure and it'll stop it just from slipping all around. I'll just show you what it looks like on the inside. So you can see there, it's just the paper clips are simply clipped to the neck edge of the blouse. What I may do next time I make it is just add a little tab on the centre place there, just to keep it a little bit more secure. But what you need to be mindful of is that the paper clips don't hang down too low, because you don't want to see the paper clip behind the point where the collar's joined together. I think what I'm also going to do is try and find something a bit more substantial than paper clips, because you can find that they bend out of shape when you're removing them. So what I was thinking about is, you know those little plastic clips, if you buy a shirt, like a school shirts, and they're wrapped around a piece of cardboard, there's like little plastic clips that hold it in place on the card. I was thinking maybe they would be good alternatives to paper clips, and you could get some of the hair slides and hair grips and things like that. So there's certainly things out there that can help to attach this to the collar. So let me just show you some more of the detail. So just to show you the back, what I've done to secure the back is I've put an eyelet in the top corner, and then I've just sewed together made some bias binding out of Liberty cotton, and then just threaded that through the eyelet and stitched it in place, and then that can be adjustable then to different sizes. It's lined as well, so I've lined it with a pretty floral fabric. Just ignore the bit of thread you can see there on the inside. I realised after I'd put it all together that there was a leaf that I'd forgot to stitch, so I had to stitch that through all layers of fabric, so that's why you can see that there. So that's it. So that's it, that's what I wanted to share with you today. Just a couple of points: if you wanted to have a go at making something like this yourself, you do need to embroider the collar before you cut it out, because you'll need to put your fabric into an embroidery hoop, and if you've cut out the collar it's really narrow, so you're unlikely to have enough fabric to hold it taut in the embroidery hoop. So all I did is I drew the collar onto the fabric just with a pencil. I then marked the drawing that I wanted to embroider, taking into account the seam allowance. I then put it in an embroidery hoop and embroidered it, and then cut it out afterwards and just made the collar up in the standard way that you would make a collar up. And I think I'm going to have a go at some different variations, so some rounded Peter Pan collars, maybe some large kind of big pointy 1970s ones, maybe a sailor type collar, so there's loads of different options. And when I shared this on Instagram, there's been loads and loads of love for this. There was like 1,200 likes or something like that on the first post about it. So thank you very much for everybody who does follow over on Instagram. Really do appreciate all the kind comments and things that people make. It means a lot. But quite a few people have messaged me to see if I would make these to sell as well. So that's something that I may look into, is making up a few extras. And so for anybody who doesn't want to make their own, or who isn't really into embroidery, then you could get one to wear with your handmade tops and dresses. So that's it, that's all I wanted to share. I hope you're having a wonderful week. It's turned freezing cold here in Staffordshire, so we were like, 17, 18 degrees last week, and now we're back down to 1 degree, and it's sleeting and snowing and hailing and blowing a gale. So it's been lots of indoors activity this weekend. But anyway, have a wonderful week, and I will see you very soon. Bye!
Just like a child, I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming true. Heavy shackles used to hold me down. Now my feet don't